feel like I gotta wait till
Hey.
the music stop. I'm like, should I wait? Well, hello, please. Hey, everyone.
Hey, girl.
Welcome to the Tea Ladies, you guys. We welcome you. We can't wait to talk about this tea this week.
Okay.
Let me introduce my lovely host. Oh my goodness, Erica, the lovely Erica.
Hey.
And Miss Andrea is back. And she's real rested.
In the building.
She's in the building. And what
I'm
a
well
cute
rested.
I
I'm
saw
back.
your cute pictures. I've been stalking your Instagram and stuff.
Thank you. That's
Yeah,
always
you know,
journey.
she been
Thank
out here in these Instagram streets.
Okay.
Looking good.
you.
Y'all
Thank
got
you.
to go on there and check it out.
Having her retreat fun.
Yes, it was really nice.
Get
All
some
right,
sleep.
how y'all ladies doing?
I'm doing good. Just a hectic week.
Good.
Y'all know it was a heck. I was
How you
on-
doing?
Listen, y'all already know I had a hectic week. I couldn't even get on this call quick enough. I had to put some people in there. You know, somebody always.
I know you was practicing that multitasking. You was showing them how it's done. Let me show you how to run all these businesses all at one time.
Listen. I'm a landlord, so yeah. So I had to get my unit ready for my new tenant to move.
Okay.
It's just a lot going on.
That is a
but
lot.
Yeah, then you working with contractors and stuff. It's like, don't play with me.
Yeah.
Play with me and my money.
Right.
But anyway, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel or to eBlack's channel. I'm sorry. So you can watch us every Friday and also join our Facebook group and join the conversation. We
Yes.
talk about everything we need to kind of get it jumping a little bit. So y'all kind of tell us what topics y'all want to hear about, what y'all want us to talk about, because we love reality TV. We love to hear some new stuff that y'all want to hear. So don't forget to join our Facebook group, the Tea Ladies.
Yes.
And I want to congratulate us. This is our 10th episode.
Woo! Yeah, 10. 10s all around. Yes. It don't feel like it's been 10 weeks.
Yeah, I can't believe, like we've tried to like just kind of find our own way and put something out there that's not like everybody else. And the Tea Ladies is different because we talk about everything and everybody. We don't focus on one reality show.
That's right. We like all different kinds of stuff too.
Yeah, we talk about it all. So yeah, I feel like, you know, we just did so much in this 10 weeks and we just still learning, we still growing. So
yeah,
I'm proud of us.
I'm proud of us too.
What y'all think about this 10th episode celebration?
Hey, I love it. I want everybody to come through and grow with us. You know what I mean? Like we just starting out, we just growing our show and our base and everything. And you know, we want y'all to be a part of the base, of the ground floor.
That's right.
You know, getting in here, you know, because we just gonna keep growing and keep putting out content. And we definitely gonna keep watching this reality. Okay.
Okay. Whether I'm on here or not, I feel like
okay, right. As long as they keep putting it out like they putting it out, I'll probably be watching.
Yes, honey. We gotta congratulate ourselves because this is not easy to do. And we all got a lot going on, but we all love to talk about this reality TV stuff that's going on. It's always so much to talk about with them. And I just feel like, to me, it's just like it's always something going on in reality TV land. But it also brought me to my question is like, do reality TV have an expiration date? You know what I mean? Is it going to be around forever? What do y'all think about that?
I think some shows has an expiration date.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think when they get to like 13, 14, 15 season, either you need to revamp the cast or just, you know, find new people because me personally, I'll just tune out.
Right. That's usually what happens. Like, you know, like if the show continues to have the same premise, the same things like every season, and it gets a little, I don't know, like robotic kind of.
Yeah.
Then it's like it's easy for it to fall to the bottom of your list of what to watch. Like when you get ready to sit down and you want to watch, I watch my stuff usually recorded, and it might be 5 or 6 shows on there that I have recorded, but based on what I'm most interested in and what's got things going on, I'm gonna watch that stuff first. And if I have time, I'll watch the other stuff. So it's like, you definitely got to hold the audience's interest by revamping things.
Or they should bring back the fan favorites. I feel like Phaedra. I miss
That's
Phaedra.
a good idea.
I mean, I feel like okay, she ain't been on there 3-4 seasons now. Bring her back and let her chop it up with the girls again. Give her a good old Southern Belle. You know,
that's a good idea.
But it's Candy and her seniority, honey.
If her ass can go, I'll be happy. I don't care.
Candy's like, I ain't doing it if Phaedra's on here.
To me, Candy should go then.
We
want her back. I can't.
Or just don't film with Phaedra. I feel like why she can't come on as like a friend of the show. Like,
and there we go again. Because you want to test out like Candy ass because she always stop at somebody else's back, like she did Escape. We didn't get a concert for 20 years, so I don't. That's why I don't like her ass. 4 years ago.
Candy she knows she'll stop their bag. Well,
Candy Burrs is worldwide, okay? She worldwide. She can run. She can run the Real Housewives if she wants to.
Listen, she's worldwide. Don't play with her.
Have to speak to her. I turn the TV.
I feel like with reality TV, it's like, is it going to be around in 20 years? I think about how long do it have this longevity? Like,
I think reality TV is like hip hop, right? Like nobody thought hip hop was going to stay around. And then you find out that not only is it going to stay around, but it was already around, and rap was already around even in like the 30s and 40s, but they just weren't calling it that. Right, on certain songs and stuff, people would have riffs and raps on certain songs. So I think reality TV is something that's definitely here to stay. Like people didn't think it was when The Real World and stuff first came out. I think they note the first reality TV show as being like, I think the Funniest Home Videos or something like that. Or one of those shows like that. Remember back when we was young, when I was little, it used to be like America's Funniest Home Videos.
The Funniest Home Videos, Dumbest Criminals, all that stuff.
Yeah. So I think it's going to stay around.
So what y'all saying is we're going to always have a job.
Yes. And that is the honorable mention.
So y'all hear that? Reality ain't going nowhere. So
and neither are we.
Ladies ain't going nowhere then, okay?
Right.
Well, I'll stick with that. I think that it definitely is making its genre in this. I think, like you said, a lot of people try to discredit reality stars and they try to look down on them, especially actors and actresses. They were really upset because a lot of reality stars were taking their roles and things like that. And I think they underestimated, but the Cardi B's and even Jennifer Hudson came from a reality show because
she came from American Idol and she wasn't even the winner.
I think that there has been some successful reality TV stars that have
very successful
taken off and went into other things. So I think a lot of people underestimated that power of reality TV. People love it. They want to.
People like being a fly on the wall.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People like being in your business without being in your business.
Back to favorites. The fans want to see some of their favorites. And when you some of the people they bring on the show, the new people bring on the show and it's boring. It's like, why you didn't bring What's-It-Called back for a season? Like we want to see what happened to them. We want to see, okay, that what they doing. I'm just saying is if we're good reality TV, we want to see our favorites who we liked on the show and not the show anymore. So I think they should revamp and bring back some of the fan favorites.
Well, that leads us to the hit it or quit, because I feel like it kind of leads into that stuff we should be watching. What about Teen Mom: The Next Chapter? Have y'all started that? Have y'all watched it at all? I know it's been a lot of stuff going on.
It's some of my favorite show, but
I have this season. So now they taking all the not all the girls, but most of the girls. I think it's maybe like 8 of them.
Yeah.
And put them all on one show. So you don't get every week. You're not seeing the same 4 or 5 girls.
Good.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you
I
get
feel like
is you getting more in depth. Their kids are older. Their problems are bigger. But what was I talking about earlier? Like 4 of the girls are married now. Cheyenne got married
right.
yesterday. You know,
Right.
congratulations to
Macy was
her.
always married, and then we had
Yes.
what
Um,
I forgot her
Tyler
name.
and Kate.
Tyler and Caitlin got
Right, right.
married.
Well,
And then
Tyler was
oh, and
married to her.
Ashley and Barr are married.
Yeah, Tyler and Mary, they was married for a long time.
They got
They
Tyler,
got married not too long after Leah.
kids now. They
okay,
got
I mean,
Leah.
not Leah. After Macy.
Yeah, after Macy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Macy been married a long time.
Yeah.
And then now, right, like you said, Bar and Ashley are married, and then Leah's about to be married to that black man, huh?
Right.
Mm.
Exactly. Jay. Yes.
Andrea said, I mean, because her history, I've only seen her date men of no color. I haven't seen her date African American men.
This is her second.
They had a great honest conversation on the show this week.
They did.
About raising black children. Her and her friends were out.
Children. Her friend had
yes.
children.
I mean, those are the moments that I'm impressed by, because I don't think those are for TV. Yeah. Right? I don't think those are set up. I think her friend's tears were real. I don't think that she was thinking that she was gonna get that question. Right? Because her friends that she was on the boat with, it was just regular conversation. You know, when they were talking to her about Jay and having kids and stuff. And I think it's really great that young women who are having babies are having those type of conversations. It's great for our community, I think, anyway, to be proactive.
It was a good conversation. I remember they just brought up the conversation of race, and as a woman of no color raising a child that is biracial, and how
it's going to be looked at
is, and how she didn't consider the way her child would be treated in some instances and stuff, right? Like it kind of made her think twice about certain things. I guess her son went through, right? He went through some stuff, and she was like,
right. And she said, I watched somebody say something or do something. And she said, I watched him and his body language and everything, and he felt like this small.
Yes, she did.
She was like, and I didn't know, like what to do.
Right.
And I had to figure it out. She was like, but it's a lot, but you don't want it, you wouldn't change it.
Leah says she actually have spoken to him about it, and so
he don't have no kids. Oh, she got
no kids? He doesn't. He wants his own kids.
No children, and his sister was on the show, and his sister was like
the other ones in the wheelchair.
The girls wanted to have they asked her and him if they were going to get married and have more children.
They like him.
They would be happy. They really love him. I really do think they really like him.
But he don't have no kids. He a high value man. They always say,
according to the thing, he high value. They say.
I mean, he got a military job, so he got that military retirement. Yes,
he's a general in the military. He is a high earner. He's making over whatever the 6 figures, and he purchased them a home. He didn't put Leah
with
on
land.
He didn't put Leah on the deed or the paperwork, but he purchased them a home.
Yes,
she was okay with it. She said it was fine, and it's before they got married.
I think that's smart on his part.
Yeah, and it's before they got married, so it's not marital property. And if you ain't if your name ain't on the deed, baby, you don't have no rights to that house unless he adds you to the deed.
Right, and she still have her house. It's not like she gave up her house. She still owns her home, and he doesn't have any, like that's her house by herself. So I mean, I think it's, I thought it was.
They always say that men don't want no single mamas, but I guess when she a woman of no color, it's okay. Because they show dating a single mama, he ain't got a baby, and he got money, so he could date whoever he wanted. He ain't got to date no woman that got 3 kids. So holla at you. Y'all can miss me with that.
I mean, black women sometimes we are a little picky though. Jay is a little hippie.
Yeah, he is.
Well,
he was raised in the suburb. You could tell.
No, I mean he, body wise, like I'm, like sometimes we can be a
Oh,
little superficial, right? I
I think he's
I feel
handsome.
like, huh?
I think he's handsome.
I think he's handsome in total. I don't think he's somebody that I would just see somewhere and be like, ooh. But I think I think as a total package, the more I get to know about him and he's a good guy, that, you know,
Yeah, he's a good guy
things
for her.
look better when somebody's a good guy. I mean,
So
I
that,
don't
see, for me, that's the type of man I like right there.
no, me too. That
All right,
I would go
that's why I
past
go
the
after. So I don't know.
superficiality. Right. I would go
Yeah.
past, but a lot of women don't go past the superficial stuff if they not
Okay.
attracted right away to what they see, even though we get mad at men for doing us that way, but we do the same thing. I know my friends do.
Mm.
If they not attracted, they make their judgments right away sometimes. And if
Oh,
they not forced to get to know, Andrea, now we done been on vacation and she had a long standing, still friends with a guy out in Atlanta. And when she first saw him, when we came out the airport, he was friends with somebody that I was friends with. And
okay.
when she first saw his friend come out the airport, she pulled me to the side and was like, and just so you know, on his friend. Nope. She ain't even met the man. She was like, no, don't even think about him or his friend being like, hey, what's up with your friend?
She put you on the spot.
She was, and sure enough, as soon as I got to the car, he was like, what's up with your girl in the orange sweatsuit? I was like,
I don't think she feeling.
I don't know.
I don't know.
And then what happened? Because she was forced to get to know him, because they were my friends. And so since she was hanging out with me and them, she was forced to get to know him. And
Yeah.
they had that, now they had their own friendship outside of me.
A good live example.
So that's a great example always, I feel like, of going past just your initial
attraction.
Attraction and what you see,
It's
because the
superficiality.
totality of somebody can become attractive to you.
Yeah, it's superficiality. I think
Yeah.
at some point it's more about their character and stuff than it
Yeah.
is about how handsome they are. But some people still care about how handsome. I know some people
Yeah.
are physical. I don't know. I don't think like that, but
I don't think like that either, because physical stuff fades.
Yeah, it fades, baby.
But what you think about Barr and Ashley on the show? She pregnant again.
I didn't know that. I mean, listen, I do like that he put himself in rehab and that he really felt like he needed the help, and that was cool. And I mean, she does support him. She seems to have his back. She does, and I mean,
a lot.
And
nothing wrong with that.
They making it through, or she's working with him, and I think as long as he's trying, she's willing to kind of.
I just don't want him to be taking advantage of that in her. Yeah. Like, because she was ready to ask him to, they weren't talking for a minute last season. They were still living in the same house, but they had broken up.
Yeah.
They were not, because she wanted to take a break from him. I mean, they go back and forth. And then what they do what he does when they go back and forth is he tries to do these things to make it be like, I'm working on myself, and I'm getting my stuff together. First he got his GED, then he proposed to her, then they ran off and got married, then she threatened divorce, then he went to rehab, now they got another baby on the way. It's like, I used to say to people, what you gonna do when all the excitement wears off?
Yeah.
When
they've been together for a long time. Listen, I watched them when she was disrespecting his mama and everything. Like, it was crazy. They have had
a time.
Crazy.
But she's used to staying. Yeah. So apparently I didn't know either that her father went back and forth in rehab when she was younger.
Okay. So that makes sense.
She watched her mother do the same thing.
That's right.
Just continue to keep, helping somebody. And I believe that the guy that her mom is with on the show is her father. Yeah. Which means they are still together now, and he clean and he cool.
Okay. Yeah,
So I don't knock
so what
it.
do y'all think? Is it a hit or quit, or what, Andrea? What you thinking? Because I feel like you ain't kind of tuned into it. Yeah, you think it's a quit, huh?
She
It's like,
used to watch, but then she like it fell off for a minute. I'll admit that. They
yeah,
started having too many spin-offs and
I find myself uninterested now
yeah. So it's a
because
quit. It's a quit for you. It's like
for me,
they
because
didn't over they
the
didn't
reason,
overdid it.
yeah, the reason the whole premise of having Teen Mom is showing how the struggles of it. So when you show the other girls who keep moving to new houses, buying new houses, are y'all really Teen Mom who's struggling? Because y'all are not. So I'm just like, it's a waste of my
you
time.
know what I will say is that I don't know if they changed up how they pay or what they want to show on the show, but the new moms like Brianna and not on Teen Mom Young and Pregnant, they are not in the same situation that the 16 and pregnant girls were in, where we only saw one or two seasons where they struggled, and then they just all of a sudden just had new cars and money and all of that from payments.
Yeah.
These girls are still struggling. One just moved out. It's been 3 seasons already, and she just now getting her first apartment by herself.
See, I can only watch the OGs. I ain't went back and watched the new seasons of the 16 and
I
pregnant
watched the
girls.
old, but it's
Well,
Yeah, I've only
what they
watched.
call it,
I
young and
do like
pregnant
I
now.
do like to see the OGs because I used to see them when they were 16. So
yes,
I'd be
Yes.
curious at how they life
I want to see
progressed.
them win.
Yeah,
I really want to see
I
the
like
young ladies
seeing the
win.
updates. They still going through the same stuff, child. But
yeah,
I
but
do think,
at the time, and when you say it's a Teen Mom show, it's a 16 years they're
yeah,
gonna be struggling. Now you buying new houses and stuff. So I'm like
right.
that's not really
So
a
you just want to see the 16 and pregnant show and not see them like
no. I'm not saying
come out of it.
I'm not saying that it can come out of it, but it's not it's a reality show. You getting paid big bucks, and you're moving into new houses, more than one house. You're
Okay,
buying more cars, and so
and
it's
they
not
houses are nice.
because y'all are. It's lying. You're lying
Right.
to the audience.
Yeah.
It's not.
I mean, well, like Kale is an original. I mean,
Yeah, she's
she
original,
go
but I
she
didn't that girl
it,
either.
it would be foolish of us to
Kale,
think
she
that
not
they
on
not.
this one. She not on
No,
this one.
She's not. Yeah, she quit. She
she
quit.
quit
Mhm.
because
But
she didn't want Chris to be on the show.
yeah,
Because he would tell some business.
Well, they got a picture of her and saying she pregnant again with baby number 5.
If she
right.
have a baby, I will never watch the show again.
By someone else.
I mean, now
Well, she ain't on the show no more. So
she has 4
yes,
children's
4.
fathers. Correct?
With
Like
3 baby daddies.
she's the one who, I mean, it's crazy. It's like she
I
just
don't know
popped
the
out.
void she's trying to fill. I
She
try to
just popped out.
figure. Yeah, my psychology mind tries to figure out what's going on with Kale. And all I can deduce is that there's some void she's trying to fill, but I can't tell what it is because she's
Mhm.
so all over the place.
But she not on next chapter. We don't want to confuse y'all.
No,
She
she's not
is
on.
not
She
on
is
next
off.
chapter. So
Yes.
you guys have to.
I never liked that girl. I never liked her from day one.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't stand her.
Okay, so for us, for Andreas to quit it. I think I'm gonna hit it. What you think?
I'm gonna hit it.
You
I
gonna
like
hit it?
this. I
All right,
like
so
this
we gonna say hit
season.
it. Well, me and Erica say hit it. Andrea said quit it. They ain't young and 16 no
Andrea
more.
tough on them. She
They
tough.
they rich and fabulous now. So they
Yeah.
might as well change the show to they the real team. They the real housewives.
Well, it's the next chapter.
They need to be like I said. They need to be the real housewives of teen moms. They are living their life.
They are. It's kind of like it. That is kind of like it. What it is now.
Bad for Amber for losing her baby and losing her son to moving to California.
Yeah.
I thought that was fair.
That was very sad. Very sad, but so real. I mean, just as women, though, I feel like I think that it's good to see that and know that that's stuff that can happen. So you really got to make sure who you having kids with and that you can really trust them and don't get just caught up in the in the fantasy of it all.
I always felt like he was just wanting her to get pregnant so he could have that baby and take it from her.
Yeah, he was a producer or something on the show. He worked on the show,
right?
And get the money. He was remember he stayed in her house that she paid the mortgage for.
Yep.
Yep.
So
I mean, to me, it's like Amber. There's a reason why you're not supposed to be fraternizing with the help. It's a reason why once y'all start a relationship, he's fired from the show because they really don't want y'all messing with people like that because those people know too much about you.
Yeah.
You know, and so it becomes a manipulative situation. And I definitely think he manipulated her.
Amber got a lot of problems. She's just dealt with so much stuff, and
at the same time as Gary and his wife has been good to her, and
so good.
And you
so
know,
good.
I feel bad for her.
Gary deserved that. He was always just trying to help Amber. He was always trying to be there for her. But she was like her said, her mentality, everything that was going on with her mental health, it was always a lot for her.
Yeah.
So,
no, definitely.
But let's just talk about the next show. I just remembered, y'all, Ready to Love. Okay.
It was just on.
I don't know if y'all, is it a hit or quit? Like, did y'all start watching it again? I know we said quit early because we were just kind of done with Ready to Love. We ain't like the wigs. We ain't like the people. We was just kind of whatever. So did you end up kind of watching it again? Because I feel like I did, y'all. I started watching it again. And I was like, okay, let me see what's going on. And
I did. I'll usually binge it.
Yeah.
I'll usually binge it. I've watched up until the Weekend Getaway.
Okay.
And I watched up until the Weekend
That's
Getaway.
Pretty recent.
So I just didn't watch the one tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because we doing the show.
I mean,
but
Kayla's still on the show, y'all. Like, she like the hot boy that everybody likes. She
Randall.
like Randall.
Right. She got up and walked away from that one. The guy with the beard though. Because he wouldn't make a choice. He wouldn't be definitive about, what he liked and didn't. Yeah. I was with it.
Yeah.
I was with it. Like,
I think that she was right for doing that.
I do too.
I just don't know if she have stronger connections than the other women who like the same men.
Right.
And then I feel like no man has what you say, Andrea?
Some of their wigs are still messed up.
Listen, the wigs have been the talk of the entire season. I'm talking about people cannot get over how.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. It's been every show, every site that I have seen, they're like, what is up with these girls' wigs? I had to look for myself because I'm like, what is going on?
I'm looking at it right now. Look how hot.
Oh my gosh.
I think they're going to watch the season back and be like, oh, wow, where that
one? Oh, girl. Right. What was we doing?
That one. I mean, because we're in Miami. I mean, I used to, I used to live in Miami. So I know I used to wear me a sew-in. But
the humidity is fierce.
Like it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But I ain't let my hair get like that now. I ain't do that. I would have put some braids in or something. I ain't gonna look like no damn fool just right in Miami. But yeah, they got some issues. I do think it's entertaining a little bit. I mean, there was some things that's happened. So I'm gonna say go ahead and hit it if you ain't watched it.
Okay. I still think that I'll say binge. To me, it's a binge.
It's a binge.
It's a hit for a binge, and it when you bored and. The men, I still stick to my same stance. They acting like the women on this season.
Yeah,
they don't feel, like I don't necessarily constantly need a male to be like alpha male all the time.
Right.
But they it's all like in their feelings. They don't want to divulge this. I take my time to do this.
They're not really opening up like they're not giving them any.
See, this is why I say it's called Ready to Lust. Okay, I be saying that because you ain't ready to love. You don't want to tell about your business. What you on the show for?
I can't lie. On most of the other seasons, you could tell at least one connection, right? Like almost off the bat. In the first 2 episodes or so, you like, oh yeah, them two, they really like each other.
They go Randall. There he at.
There go Randall.
Kayla was laid all up in the bed, and his other little connect came in that room like, yeah, y'all
right.
Like I'm finna hate a little bit. And Randall, I think it threw him off a little bit. I feel like he kind of didn't want Kayla. Like he couldn't choose between the two of them. He was trying to play it cool. He was kind of trying to act like it's cool, you know, if you stay in here. But I think he really have a stronger connection with the other woman. That's my
that's the hard part of the show, right? Is that people are not being realistic on the show, in that this is the same process that people go through just when you're dating, except you don't see the other people. Trust and believe. Anybody you meet got 2, 3 already they talking to. They just ain't as interested as they should be in them, which leave the door open for him to get your number.
You ain't gotta see
it. But you don't have, it's not in your face.
Yeah, you ain't gotta see
but that's the premise of the show. So if you don't want to see somebody you interested in date other people, and it's gonna have you hot under the collar, this probably ain't the show for you.
Well, what about the challenge, Erica? I know you've been watching the documentary.
The challenge documentary just has my heart.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
So it's a hit for you.
It's a hit for me. and you can actually binge it. I thought it was only going to be 2 episodes. And so 2 hours, but actually they did 2 more episodes this past week. And they really like got in depth. They talked about DM, who died
Excuse me,
from ovarian cancer.
Yeah, ovarian cancer.
Yes, she got cancer. They talked about the epic moment where she took her wig off for a challenge in the mud. And they talked about talked about her journey. Yeah, they got to get in depth about different characters like Johnny Bananas, CT, right? Wes. Like you got to learn about like their lives and kind of like see their whole journey from being on Real World or Road Rules, and then all the way up until how they got to be the amazing challengers and champs that they are now. So, you know, they talk about Nani, how she's still.
You gonna watch it, Andrea? I know she ain't gonna watch.
It's the documentary you ain't gonna watch?
You ain't gonna watch it,
Andrea? I'm busy. Andrea got more I do a lot of shows, so I'm sorry. I watch a couple things and I'm busy, and I'm grandmama too, so I'm busy. No,
you ain't. I thought you might like that because it's bringing all your fan favorites back.
Shows, and that's pretty much what I do.
all your fan favorites is on there.
It's probably, but I just don't have the time. It's watching a lot of reality TV. I don't have the time.
I'm waiting on a day where like my kids and everybody gone, and I could just watch whatever I want to watch.
Just watch.
I think I'm gonna watch it because I want to watch it because I used to watch the challenge like crazy. I love the challenge. I was watching it in college and just being always like, I gotta watch it. And I love like hearing those names like CT and Wes and. I remember when Cheyenne and her baby daddy was on the show. Yeah, I just remember her and Corey. I want to hear like her and Corey. Right?
They talk about Corey talks about when Anissa caught him on his first challenge, and remember he messed around with Anissa, and how Anissa kind of plotted that, and he didn't really realize it because he didn't know that the cameras was in so many places, but she did, and they got footage of her looking like coming on to him, but she looks right. She do like this and looks right at the camera. She was being conniving. I was like,
now she knows she's something else. Okay, well, the challenge seems like it's a hit.
Like if you used to watch,
you want to go back to the day, it's like and here go down memory lane.
Yeah. So, because you can really just listen to it while you washing dishes or folding laundry, like because it's just old characters. You know what I'm saying? It's like to me, it was like being in a room with family. You know. Okay. I didn't have to necessarily keep my eyes on it to watch it because I saw all those episodes.
So that's our hit it and quit it, y'all. So go ahead and quit it. Take our advice or not. Y'all let us know if we off and if y'all think we crazy for not watching those shows. But what about the Real Housewives of Atlanta? So they had the last day of the reunion and they was looking all cute. But who is y'all best dressed? Who did y'all like the best out of all the peaches?
I liked Drew.
Drew,
like in totality, from head to toe, her hair, her dress, and how it fit her. I liked her ensemble. I could do. I think she had gloves on again. I could do without the gloves if she had gloves on. But other than that, she looked great to me. I didn't like Candy hair.
I
Me
had
neither.
two. I had
I was
two.
confused.
Okay,
Two
who you think,
people.
Dre? Who was your two?
I don't really care for Sandra, but I like her dress.
I did like her. I did like it on her.
Her hair. I think her hair should have been like where she was in Jamaica.
That was
She
cute. Her hair. You ain't like her hair?
No, I like her hair.
I think they did it because I remember you said that. And I think they did it because the dress was kind of busy. It had jewels and stuff on it, and they didn't want the hair to take away from the dress.
It made her look like she's so thin, and so if she
would, it did make her look. It did make her look slimmer.
But I liked it. Marlowe's dress. It's my favorite.
Oh, you liked?
I liked Marlowe's too. I like Marlowe's as well.
That's my favorite.
It was big.
I didn't like Kenya's hair or her dress because her hair was too much. All that fake hair there. She said she don't wear wigs, but honey, that's all fake hair.
But clearly, that ain't it.
She definitely wears sew-in sometimes.
Okay.
I think Drew was my favorite as well. She just looked so good. She did lose a lot of weight. She looked really good. Her dress fit well. Yeah. I
feel like they picked on her a lot about her weight loss.
They did,
and I didn't understand that because I'm Candy. Half the time, half the time you always eating, and half the time you on a weight loss surgery.
I was like, what is going on with them?
The baby was so focused on Drew's weight, and she said she had 5 boards. She said she had this, and she had that, and I thought it was showing so much shade to her.
Yeah, I feel like she's the. Let me tell you what she's the youngest of the group. I feel like it's a little.
She is.
I feel like it's a little jealousy because she is a young thing, and I feel like they be hating on her a little bit. I don't know why. I know she annoying a little bit, but it's like y'all
she ain't that annoying.
Yeah,
and she too. And I will say her husband made a comeback this season.
Yeah.
Because Ralph was on the list. I was like, you are gaslighter extraordinaire.
Woo! I'm so happy he owned it, took accountability at that reunion.
Yes, I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
Because he was acting a fool. I mean,
Ralph was bad. I was like, girl, get out now.
Drew was like, she was actually like trying to be patient and she was understanding and stuff. That man, the way he treated her, I probably would have filed a divorce on the show.
I think it was the cameras. You know how they say sometimes the best or the worst will come out on you on camera. I think he saw what he looked like on camera. I do. I think he saw last season, which was their first season, and he's like, I am tripping. I was rude.
What you was saying, Dre? Now,
I still don't like his ass. Okay, I tolerate Drew. Okay, but she ain't my favorite. I tolerate her. She has
right.
She has some Dixie moments. I was like,
she does.
Number 2, because Puffy had Dixie moments too. So I
she does.
So which one of them you think is not going or should not return next season? Because I think they all are returning. I think that there was an announcement that said all of this cast back. Will be coming back for the next season. But if you could choose, who would you say maybe should just leave the show and call it quits?
Kenya Moore, hair care.
Kenya, Candy,
Kenya Moore.
Just
Kenya Moore.
And Sheree, bring Portia back.
Bring Portia back.
Portia,
she a real housewife now. We do need to see that,
Okay.
I actually liked Simon in her series that she had. It was short-lived.
Yeah, I did.
But I liked Simon. I was like,
I like Simon. I did.
He seemed like he a real good guy.
A good guy, a family guy.
She had a lot of values and everything, even though all of the drama and everything that came, from their union.
Because he's cool with Pilar's dad and everything. Like he be trying to bridge the gap.
Mm-hmm.
He really does try.
They were asking for Cynthia and Portia to return. There was a petition going around, y'all. That was a petition.
She come back, I won't even watch it because I can't. I was glad Cynthia was gone. I can't stand her.
Me too.
Yeah.
Did I tell y'all she blocked me on Twitter?
Stop. You was on her like that, Tawana? Miss G
Bailey has blocked me on Twitter. I swear to God. She is so funny. So
I love it.
I talked about when she attacked Portia and I had tagged her in it. I was like, "Your anger is
it's misdirected.
misdirected." I said that, and I was like, "Because you're upset with whatever you got going on with him." She blocked me for that. That wasn't even no bad.
You mad because I read you and read you right,
wrong,
and I
baby.
read you right.
And y'all had a divorce the next show while you talking.
Period. Right.
I thought she was born with her husband Michael on the show, so I'm glad that she was gone. So do I want her to come back? No, I don't want her to come back.
Right.
Yeah, I like Cynthia, but I don't think the show needs her.
I mean, they
She's a little
bored.
There
was a petition started to actually get both of them back on the show, Portia and Cynthia. But I think that it's going to be the cast that this year is going to be the same cast. They offered Marlo another season. Sanya is going to do another season. So everyone has seemingly agreed to come back.
Mm-hmm. If this is, yeah, I would tune now. I ain't gonna lie. I might even probably watch next season.
Because you don't like, because you don't like.
Drea, I only got so many slots available, and they are real close to losing their slot.
Me personally, I'd rather watch Potomac than watch them.
Me too. I love Potomac. Ooh,
yeah, I'm ready to just cancel the Housewives.
Oh, you done with the franchise?
I'm done with them.
And probably because, like we said before, just the old characters are old to you now, and we like Potomac because it's fresher.
And plus, they bringing new people on there too, and then these people they won't rotate, they won't get rid of the top dog, and they won't bring one girl.
We know who that is.
She want one girl trying to keep another housewife off the show. I have a problem with that.
Yeah,
until
right.
Back, and I probably won't get them my.
It's like forgive favor at this point. I mean, whatever.
I'm not gonna lie. Now that y'all talking about it. Now that y'all talking about it, I feel like Atlanta has this thing where it was so good out the gate, right? That they just keep trying to recapture like that Nene and what's her name? What's her name? What's her girl name? And Kim. They keep trying to recapture that essence that they had with those first few seasons. Yeah. And it's like sometimes they kind of get close, but they never quite make it.
They can't recreate that. They
can't. And so now I think that's why, like some of us are like, I don't know if I want to keep watching, because how much more we going to talk about? We done went through Sanya, unless she going to come back pregnant next season.
Yeah.
Like we done saw what you do for a living. You done took us to Jamaica. We done seen your house and your auntie down the street. Like,
she might be pregnant. That may be the next challenge. I think maybe I would like to see that.
I would like to see that if she pregnant. I don't know what else they gonna really have going on, unless they gonna be moving.
Fight with Drew again, Drew gonna,
they gonna go at it.
Still was fighting on the reunion, and Drew was like, "Okay, what's your issue?" Like Drew was just like, "Girl, right." Whatever. At this point, I'm just entertaining you because you my only like nemesis.
Right.
So it was just like,
I want Nene to come back. I want Portia.
I love Nene, but her and Andy though.
Yeah.
Okay, but then if that's the case, if I'm gonna tune out this next season, I will not be watching it, because Candy Burns. Candy Burns. She always says she helping everybody, but she on that bullshit.
You ain't feeling Miss Candy, huh?
Not at all. She always be on Candy line. Look at Candy. Candy looking at you right now. Yes, don't you know I'm worldwide?
She always talking somebody back, but she always says, "I'm giving people jobs. I'm caring about people." Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Let Phaedra come back. We want her to come back.
Right.
Come back.
I will say that Drew wigs did get better this season, because they
yes.
I don't know what you invested in this Drew thing, but that was a true statement. And she from Chicago, so I be trying to have her back and everything.
Her clothes and everything. It seemed like she got a stylist and everything. Whenever it was like big dinners and stuff, it was always somebody there dressing her and doing her hair and makeup. So No, she did look good this season.
Yes. So y'all, okay, so I don't know if you watching the Kardashians, but the Kardashians has
Give
a
it to
new
me.
season 2. This is the second episode and it aired already. And so yeah, it's just been kind of a lot of conversation around Tristan and what happened with him and Chloe. And then there has been, some just some family dynamics that they're trying to get through.
Andrea's face is making me crack up.
But it seems like everybody's kind of focused on Chloe right now because she's about to have the baby, and so everybody's trying to
Chloe. They always rally around Chloe. They always it's that bullshit.
Because she always have a tragedy every year. That's the problem. It's something that goes on. Miss Chloe. It's her love life. Miss Chloe don't know how to vet. She ain't picked the right one. She just don't know how to do it, honey.
She don't.
I don't know what it is. I mean, but Kim don't either. All of them got issues with that except Courtney. Courtney the only one that to have a handle on.
Okay, so we're gonna watch the child, whatever his name is, he is gonna watch the show and know his daddy and mama ain't together. He had another child a couple months before that. I'm just asking some questions now. And the thing is, Chloe ain't a black woman, okay? She don't know what it is to be black. So how she playing? And Tristan is in and out. So I'm just asking some questions. How she planning to be a good mom to the children when they get in high school, junior high, and then when they have black issues? She don't even know. And
what I will say about Chloe,
don't mean you don't know.
But what I will say
they got black
Chloe,
cousins.
Well, she has Malika. Malika's her best friend, and Khadijah.
Okay.
They are her best friends, and they real tight. So I do think she will lean on Malika for like the girl, like, hey, what's going on?
That kind of stuff. Yeah.
I do think that she will lean on Malika. Malika seems to be a very good support for her. They have a tight bond.
Malika agrees with everything she does. Did y'all see that?
Yeah, she'll support, all right. I'm going to support you in all your bad decisions. Yes, Let's go, Chloe.
Malika is not even with the father of her child. So
right. Malika got issues too.
So she bad decision about having a baby with Tristan Thompson.
Malika, like, she don't make the
best decisions. Ditsy. They both Ditsy. Sometimes I feel like, what the hell is I'm watching?
I just always wonder what do you
shake Chloe? You better than this.
Yes, that's how I feel too. That's definitely how I feel.
Her stepdad is black. Her stepfather is black. So she don't.
Corey.
Chris Partner in life is black. So she got her stepdaddy that she can go and talk to.
Yes.
I mean, it's, to be honest though, it's really good this season. I don't know what to say. I know that it's one of those cringy.
I'm watching it, but I'm just like, what is it to me? It makes me upset. What's the accountability? It makes me, and I don't care what nobody say. I feel like she was jealous because Tristan, baby mamas, Tristan, whatever his damn name is, got sons by them other women, and she was desperate to have a son. And you ain't gonna tell me it's a coincidence that she got a son.
No, because she got to pick. He was in a petri dish. She got to pick whether she wanted a boy or girl.
She was desperate. This is what I say about Chloe, and I don't care what she said. She was desperate to have a son because she felt like the other woman had something on Tristan.
Chloe is the youngest. How old? About how old? She not even. She like
Chloe is almost our age. She's like 39. No, 39. So
How old is Kim? Kim is in the middle.
She 40.
And Courtney is the oldest.
Yeah, Courtney's the oldest.
But Chloe is like, what, 39, 38? So this ain't no run the mill that she don't understand what's going on. She was desperate. Right. She was mad. This the thing is, and I know this for a fact, she was mad because he had the first child by a woman and it was a boy. No, she been plotting all along. I don't care what she said about this timeline. It don't add up. You've been plotting all along to have this son.
Right.
I just want to know what happens when you actually vet a decent guy and he wants a baby.
Well, did y'all
did you do this because you want them to have the same father or something?
Probably.
Like, what's the I've had people that I know who made choices like that back in the day when I was having children. I didn't understand it, and they ended up remarried and wanting to have more kids anyway. So you still got kids with different names and different baby daddies. I have never understood the logic, because what it says to me is that you in your mind right now don't have no hope of finding love in your future.
Well, she may have a reason. This is her second time in a long-term relationship.
But she got the rest of her life. You gonna live the rest of your life and you just gonna be by yourself?
See, somebody lying for me, and I'm gonna I'm irritated in the highest form because you're lying to the audience. We watched your show. We've been knowing you've been our fan favorite. We've been rooting for you, and you do this shit right here with having this man having a baby with Christian after he don't cheat on you on the first child. Now you was in the hospital having that baby, and you had baby early. What you went through all this?
I just thought that out of everybody, she was like, I don't know. I put Chloe on a pedestal, like she was above doing some of the dumb shit that Kim would do. Yeah. And then it's like, and now here we go. Like
Chloe has, her journey is worse to me than even Kim.
It's worse than everybody's.
Yeah. Didn't they say that she has, what did she say? She got a brain injury from Christian cheating on her. Girl, okay, where you get that from?
No, but she actually was in a car accident at 16 where she hit the windshield, and that's where the trauma came from. But yeah, she also has some.
So why did they say?
Girl,
but how do you pinpoint? How do you pinpoint on a brain scan that the trauma was from him cheating? How we know the trauma wasn't from your parents' divorce? How we know the trauma wasn't from Lamar? How we know it wasn't from Lamar almost dying? How we know it wasn't from when he cheated? You've been through a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
How you can't just put that on that situation, girl?
This is the thing. Okay, so Lamar was your husband. He was cheating on you. Now you tolerating this man who ain't even your husband. You gonna tolerate him cheating and having babies on you? Lamar didn't have no baby on you.
Yeah,
none.
No, he ain't had no baby now.
He just openly on vacations with other women.
But Lamar was like on drugs too. It's like, dang, you got to be a cheater and you on drugs. Like, dude,
he was probably a cheater because he was on drugs. He was doing things while he was high and messed up. Yeah,
pick a struggle. I ain't got time to be dealing with all your issues.
But it's like Tristan, what's your malfunction?
Thank you. And I'm
is a serial. He's
a serial cheater. Yeah, he just exactly.
Never.
I personally feel like if she's doing this. So what do you say the truth? Like, what you say is it's okay for her father to do this to you. So what do you say? What do you say to your
when
daughter?
She grow up and she want to do something like this?
Yeah,
it's gonna hurt her hard. It's gonna hurt her.
When you see your mama going through this, and all this film is on video for the truth to see.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when you see your mama going taking a man back and forth, he cheating, having babies on you, automatically you might think it's okay too.
Well, here's my thing. Here's what a lot of parents don't do. I think they don't talk to their kids about the stuff that they do in the past that like mistakes that they've made. Because I feel like if you hear about mistakes that your parents make, sometimes you grow up to not want to do those things and repeat those same patterns. And a lot of parents, what they do is they just try to hide those secrets from their kids. They're going to have to be open and honest because it's for the world to see that she's not going to have the option of hiding that truth from her daughter. She's going to have to tell the truth about her daddy. She's going to have to tell truth, like, sorry, but your daddy was a cheater, girl. And he cheated on me with both you and your brother. And he had just proposed according to the last episode, and she really had told him no, and she didn't even want to tell her family that he proposed to her because she was embarrassed because she knows what he's done and how he's been.
They showed him proposing to her.
No, because he asked Chris hand in marriage, and then he told Kim he was doing it so he asked Kim, and then he was supposed to do it on on Valentine's Day, but what happened is he ended up doing it in December, and Chloe was like, what the
I'd
hell
have
are
been
you
like,
doing? I
please
don't propose
please
to me.
don't.
I'm gonna say no.
Now
And
we going
then
over the
so
edge.
so he got maybe a little upset because she said no. Why would she marry you? You're a cheater. Like whatever. She didn't want to marry you. She was still willing to work on a relationship.
Delusional.
I think she was still
I
willing to
think
work on a
that dude is
relationship.
delusional. How about that? I think she is delusional. He
And
is
he
delusional.
delusional.
Okay, but do y'all really think?
I'm
Do y'all
ready to
think
tune
she's
out.
abnormally
I'm
skinny?
honest. I'm ready to tune out.
Yes, I do think she's
Do you
abnormally
think she's
skinny.
abnormally skinny? Because everybody was talking
Yes, I
about her
do. I
weight.
think
Yes.
he
Do you
is
think
so
there's
it's so
something
much on
with
weight.
her?
Keep it. Yes, I don't even like her body no more either. I'm sorry.
Yeah. She was losing weight in a healthy way, but then now she looks like she's really getting skinny. And so I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
what's going on with her? Is she healthy? I hope
Mm-hmm.
she's healthy. I hope she's not, not eating or stressed out or developing a bad habit because of
I
everything.
think it's a lot of the stress and stuff that she going through and everything happening in the public eye.
Yeah.
I hope she can remember to take care of herself,
Yeah.
because now you got two
Yeah.
kids to take care of.
She needs to. And I mean, Chloe, she hides a lot of her emotions and feelings and things that she's going through. She really just be trying to act like she bounced right back and she good. But
Right.
at the end of
No.
the day, you struggling because the stuff you went
Yes.
through ain't no way you can get through that
No
and be all
way.
right. So I'm just
Right.
gonna
And
go ahead and
Chloe is an emotional person.
yeah, she is. All right, well, let's move right along to Love and Marriage Huntsville. Lord have mercy. Her Love and Marriage
Oh,
Huntsville.
we in Huntsville.
You know,
Huntsville. We out here.
I have been a fan of Huntsville since the first show. I watched the first show and I was like, oh yeah, I'm watching this
Me too.
Oh
forever.
yeah,
I
this
ain't
it.
never gonna stop watching this. And I just love this show.
Mhm.
But I like how, they have their, talking about, what's going on with the couples and Tiffany and her husband. They kind of got real defensive in this couples retreat, and then they jetted out early, y'all, talking about
Bounced.
she had a work meeting to go to or whatever. That's
I
her
think
excuse.
Tiffany and her
Didn't even say bye to the
You be like, if that was already scheduled when you got there, why wouldn't you announce that when you first came in? Like, I just want to let everybody know we're not going to be able to stay the whole time because X, Y, and Z. Who does that? Who waits until the day they gotta leave and sneaks out in the morning? That was not you. You
like
jetted up out of there, bro.
I'm worried about their marriage. I'm worried.
I was thinking about that because I was thinking when Tiffany and Lewis came on the first season, it was being a little harsh. I feel like y'all should be quiet, don't say nothing. And when Marcel was Dr. Francis was getting up Lewis and Tiffany,
he was like yes,
and
get him.
I did think they were so judgmental. I felt like y'all on y'all second marriage. We still on our first, okay?
That's right.
And y'all even talking.
Wait,
so
but Marcel, he treated their life. He told them that. He was like, the only thing y'all are experts on is divorce.
It's divorce. Okay, let's be clear.
On marriage, I've been married 17 years. Y'all are divorced and on your second marriage.
Holla at it, okay?
But did y'all know that Tiffany left her first husband because he wasn't making as much money? And that's why she left.
That's what I was.
He ended up dying.
Yes, I heard. So he did. Wait, so he was killed or he just died of like natural? What happened? Do you remember?
He just died of like natural causes. But she said he worshipped the ground on her, but she wanted the money. She wanted the money.
Oh, was some speculation that she cheated on him.
Well, that's what the word on the street is.
That's the word on the street. She denied it, right? She tried to deny
it. Deny.
I believe she cheated for sure. I believe she was cheating.
I believe she cheated.
Like sometimes
she feels. Sometimes when I see her with Lewis, I feel like she's a little disinterested. But I was like, why you want to have a baby with him then?
Yeah. How convenient for Tiffany that the husband is no longer here to corroborate or deny her story.
Yeah.
Right. I'm saying
she can tell it however she wants to.
Tell her side and do whatever she want to do. But they were calling her out. They were bringing it up like, we
see you.
Mm-hmm.
Despite whether she tell things or not, we see her and Lewis.
Yeah.
We see y'all loud and clear. Like y'all think y'all hiding behind the scenes and trying to put the focus on the other couples, but we see you. That's what people don't understand, that sometimes when you're so pointing the finger at, and my mom used to say, when you pointing the finger at somebody else, you got 3 of them bad boys pointing right back at you.
Right.
You better make sure your own house is in order before you go try to clean
being
somebody else's.
Because your house is it's glass, honey. They gonna throw some rocks in this and tear that house up.
Okay.
And I mean, what I love, so I like Marceau. I know he's
I
not.
do too.
You know, I used to like Marceau.
I'm about to say, Drea used to didn't like him.
I know.
Say he controlling.
Marceau remind me of my ex-husband. Okay, I used to stand.
He's a real man. He's a real man, in my
at the same
opinion.
time, he had grown on me, and I started to understand him a little better last season, so I like him now. But
I think their marriage was different before they were on TV. I think that being on TV was a struggle because Tisha did not know how to, when everybody came so aggressively at her after the first season about being submissive to him and just kind of like letting him run everything, and it painted the picture that she was like this meek, mild, little housewife that just do everything her husband say. I didn't take it that way because I know how things really are in a relationship. And if you are a submissive woman, that's a picture that you paint for the public, right? That is not what's really going on. And I don't think she knew at the time when the cameras first start rolling how to articulate that and stand in that truth. That check this out. Y'all might see what you see, and you might see that I let my man lead.
Tisha don't go nowhere.
But Tisha lets him lead though. If you really pay attention, she lets him lead. He doesn't just take over the situation. She lets him lead. That's a submissive action. She's actually the one in control because she doesn't have to allow him to do that.
Yeah. That's true. Look at that.
Hey, Joaquin.
Hey, cutie.
Let me all in the business. Hey, Q. You got the big one and the little one.
Okay, I'm so handsome.
I'm doing double duty tonight, okay?
Nice. So
that's all right. Oh. They watch reality TV too.
So Erica, I'm gonna let you take the lead on Married at First Sight. I know it came on last week. What is it about this week?
So Married at First Sight. Let's just start out real quick with Mitch. Mitch is Mitching. I don't know what happened. You was right. I was watching this week. I said, "Damn, Tawana, she right. They ain't gonna make it."
Ooh, that Mitch, babe.
But Kristen, she went in on him at the end of this episode. When you watch the episode, you might be cheering at the TV. Because Kristen let him have it in front of the experts and in front of everybody. She said, "I'm done."
I saw a clip and I was like, "Wait, I gotta watch this."
And she was telling Morgan, she was like, no, she was like, they was about to pull. She was like, things are not okay. She was like, but I got it. I'm gonna have my moment.
I'm glad she had to stand up to Mitch. And I thought it was not a good thing for her to be so like complimentary and flexible and just trying to do everything he wanted in the beginning. I thought she was bending too much, and I thought she should have put her foot down in the beginning, because what happens is you try to be all flexible and do everything that he like, and then you lose
and then
yourself.
He think you like that, right? He think the man will think you like that, right?
You're just gonna do whatever he say, and you have with that. So you gotta be like, I don't care. This is what I'm gonna do. And
I think it was good if you was trying to connect with somebody that's like Mitch, that's so set in their ways. But the key is that Mitch haven't caught on. Like, he don't pay attention to context clues. It's like, Mitch, you don't realize that she's been giving you all this grace.
Yeah.
Like, get it together. Like, are you not present in the same relationship that she's in?
Yeah.
Because you've been. And it's like, and if she say something or do something, you hold her so accountable to the ends of the earth, but you do stuff that's way ruder than her. And then she just gives you grace and lets it go and moves on. And you can't see how great that was for the relationship.
Kristen is such a good spouse. He is losing out, and he's not going to find a woman who is more accommodating than she is. No. She literally has tried her best to see his side and be open and understanding. He don't want to compromise.
Girl, on the after show, she said they have talked about everything down to her menstrual. and how to navigate that in the most eco-friendly way.
Ooh, she trying hard.
She trying hard.
Mm-hmm.
She trying
I
hard.
would be like,
I did have a point that y'all didn't bring up from Marriage Huntsville when Kimmy and her husband was talking about
sex.
They're talking about sex and how he won't do shit, and then he's like, I need something, and the therapist like, are you helping? Are you helping clean? Are you helping doing it? Are you helping doing anything? And he was like, no, I want it every day. She was like, every day,
twice a day. He said he don't think it's unreasonable to be hitting it twice a day.
Are you helping cooking, cleaning, and taking care of your kid?
I'm like, when is you being a lawyer and running your other business?
Ain't no way. It was
twice a day.
It was like,
I thought that he was unrealistic, and I thought that this is your second marriage. You would want to do better in the second marriage, because that's what tells me is in your first marriage you didn't do shit either.
And don't be so shallow. You know what I'm saying? And we did talk about during the week. We did talk about that. I thought that scene of the guys in the pool hall on Love and Marriage Huntsville was the best husband scene of all reality TV shows that I've seen. Housewives included. Like those guys were together in there and they were vulnerable with each other. And even Kimmy husband was like, I need to get it together.
Yeah.
You know, like I see after going to the thing, I see where I need to make improvements. And, you know, everybody was kind of like calling out their own stuff. And it was so good to see a group of men together by themselves, able to have whatever kind of conversation they want. And they were being vulnerable and talking about their feelings and stuff while they was shooting pool.
Yeah.
Let's normalize that.
That's Love and Marriage
Huntsville. That's Love and Marriage Huntsville.
That's Love and Marriage Huntsville, y'all. But is there anything else about Married at First
Married at First Sight?
Talk about
so they did tell Justin to like step up. Like and we did see I forget his name. Andrea Megan Good's ex-husband.
Yes.
Remember we knew he was going to be an expert. Devon. Yes, but he actually had some good advice, especially for Justin. He told him that sometimes, especially if the woman is saying, I need you to be more of an alpha male and I want you to take control in the situation. Sometimes even though you may not know how to do it, or it may not be a character you're used to playing, just step into it. Just in yourself, just be like, come on, Justin, you the man.
I was like, I guess those who can't teach is what the saying goes. Because he was sure he had some really good advice for the couples, and they were just listening in. I was like, okay, Devon Franklin, go on.
Yeah.
I don't think when it comes to Devon, I thought she didn't want no kids. And I thought as Devon is a minister, he wanted some kids as his legacy. So that's why I thought that it wasn't going to work, period. She wasn't ready for the kids. I don't think she ever wanted any kids. And I believe Devon always wanted kids.
Wants children.
And Devon is a twin too.
Yeah.
So wow. Yeah, he's a twin. So I always think that he wanted kids, and that's why him and Megan did not work out. Not that he didn't love her, but he needed a woman.
There you go.
Kids, there goes Devon, but she, they say it's over. But I think that,
but he did give the couples good advice.
He did. He was on the show this week, and he gave them some good advice. And they all went to go see Devon. They didn't know who the couple was going to be,
right?
And Alexis and
it was Justin. Alexis and Justin. Yeah,
she
responded well to his advice too.
She was better.
Yeah, she wasn't as like closed off, like
she was defensive. With Pia, with Dr.
Yes,
Pia,
she was very like I think she really does need an alpha male in her life. If her and Justin don't work out, it will be because he is not in control enough of himself and the relationship as a man, because she is really alpha herself.
No alpha man would date her.
No.
You know what I think I have come to realize that for most alpha women, not all, because you can't there's no blanket statements about everybody's personality, but that when you have an alpha woman, right, I think a lot of times we're like that because we have to be in whatever situation that we're in.
Yeah.
But to me, alpha is the male space in a room. Like, energy is a real thing. And when you're in a room with somebody, there's male energy and there's masculine and feminine energy.
Right.
If you giving off too much feminine energy as a man, I'm gonna come get some of that male energy and put it on, right? Because you're not taking up the space. But when I'm in the room with a man who's a man's man, oh man, it's nice. You just sit back. I could just sit back and I could be all in my woman space.
Right.
And I
Right.
think Alexis wants that because she's alpha with her friends, she's alpha in her job, she's alpha everywhere else. And I think when she with her man, she wants him to, with his energy, put her in her feminine place. Because
Well,
she's very feminine. She wears makeup, she dresses beautifully. She's very feminine.
no, her personality is not feminine though.
But she don't got no man, and she
I don't
around
care.
men.
It says, for me, it says more about the woman who cannot. She can't show her feminine side. Just because a man is not dominating over you, don't mean you can't be a feminine woman.
No, I mean privately, like it's a tone of voice. Only reason why I say that is because I have a cousin that's like her, and she always dated men who were not as alpha as she was.
Because ain't no alpha man gonna date you because you.
But now she is in a long-term relationship with an alpha male, and she acts more feminine than I've ever seen my cousin act. Well, now all of a sudden she dainty and shit, because ain't no room. Yes, because he forces her into ain't enough testosterone in the room for you, honey. I'm using it all. So you gonna have to be over there with your feminine energy because alpha male is gonna absorb that up. And what she want is somebody sometime that's gonna come home and put her up against the wall. And you know what I'm saying?
I just like men who are men, regardless of how I am, and I'm a woman, regardless of who he is. I don't have time for that because it's like, oh, you gotta have a soft woman in order for you to be hard. Or
no, it's not hard and soft. Not hard and soft. It's just the energy.
Some alpha men say that, like, oh, well, she needs to be soft.
But I don't think it's anything wrong with one or the other. I think you have to know who you are. Like my sister, she's an alpha woman, but her husband is a stay-at-home dad. She a doctor.
Yeah.
She's dated people who own businesses and made even more money than she did. It never worked out. Right? They have 5 children. He a stay-at-home dad. He do the homework. He cook dinner. He do all that stuff. She likes to work. She don't like to be at home doing baby bottles and changing diapers and all that. She'll have them, but that's not the role she liked to play. So it took her a minute to come outside of what society says that a marriage is supposed to look like and just be okay with what she need in her life. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I do think
everybody should do what's best for them and their
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
You might not work for me. What works for you might not. I might not like that. So
absolutely.
That's for you. And if an alpha male don't work for me, I ain't gonna be the one. Then
absolutely. But that's what I'm saying. Alexis is saying that she wants that, and I'm like, I mean, if my man was saying or expressing to me that he wanted me to be more feminine. My thing is that if I could be that way, then I'm gonna at least try it to see if that's really what your problem is. Because how will he know if that is what the issue is? If he just refuses to do that, then it's just not gonna work out. If he does not have the ability to step into that, then he's gonna need somebody who is alpha and comfortable in that space and okay with him being more feminine.
Well, let's just end it at that because I feel like we'll have to tune in to see how that goes with them.
Yes.
I don't think they're going nowhere.
No, I don't think they're going to make it.
Married to Medicine. I know that it came on this week.
Yes.
There's a lot going on in that.
Jackie giving away Gucci fanny packs.
I was like, okay.
I want to be an OBGYN. Can I get a job?
You got a Gucci bag. What's going on with that?
Okay.
We found out that Heavenly's mother passed away.
Yes.
That was very sad. That was very sad. and they was
Yeah.
like still trying to pick at her. Her mama just
Yes.
passed away. I'm like, y'all, it's a time and place now.
Thank you.
Let's
It's so
let's
sad.
just get over that, okay? I know they was trying to address whatever issues they had going on, but ain't nothing more important than somebody's
Parent passing away.
Passing away. So I'm glad that Heavenly didn't engage. And
They was lucky she was even at that event.
Yeah, she left and she was like, I ain't got time for this. Like,
yes,
I
she got daddy and got up out of there. Come on, daddy.
She said, "Come on, daddy. Come on, daddy."
Daddy.
He said, "Dad." She said, "Daddy's ready to go. Come on, daddy.
Come on, daddy. It's time to go."
And the ladies, like, they got to talk about, some of the issues they were having.
I was being very sensitive to Dr. Heavenly, and when she said, "Well, I ain't lost no parent. You don't got no empathy and sympathy."
Yeah, Toya.
Yeah, that was a little selfish, that comment.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I was like,
that's gonna come up on the reunion.
Yeah, that's gonna come up. I mean, it's definitely, go back and watch it. It was really good. There's a lot going on with them. They got the reunion coming up this week, right? The reunion
is the reunion coming up.
I felt like this was the last episode, but maybe not. I know that they got their outfits out because they the 70s Las Vegas theme. Yeah. And that's what their theme is.
It's one more episode.
Okay, it's one more, and then we're gonna watch this reunion, and I can't wait. But yeah, so
somebody gonna be at the reunion.
I heard about that. Yeah, this might be better than Real Housewives of Atlanta, huh? They somebody was trying to fight. All right, so what is it? Love and Hip Hop. Miami and Atlanta. I don't know.
Love and Hip Hop, Miami and Atlanta.
Yeah, I watched Atlanta.
The only interesting thing Miami, Shay, they talked more about their relationship, the thing with Shay and her mom. She want to go back to Iyanla. She told the counselor, she said, we gotta go. You too soft. I was watching it the whole time thinking, this is Andrea. Oh my God. Like she would be like, okay, look, I need somebody who can just tell it like it is. And you just trying to be like, oh, how you feeling? Well, how you feel about this? She was like, you too soft. She ain't gonna hear nothing you saying. Like, and she got up and was ready to go.
Her mom, it got a total brick wall. She don't really give her no emotional support or love. It's sad to watch for me. I don't want to see
it is sad.
Her mom treat her like that.
I thought her mom would learn from Yanda, but she still ain't learned, so it makes me sad. And I'm just like, having a baby and you ain't even knowing about it. A girl, bye.
It's crazy because she still wants her mom in the room, and her mom kind of don't want to be there.
Move on, Shay. Move on. Be a good mom to your daughter and keep it moving. How about that?
Yeah. No, I think so too.
And then if you think about Atlanta, Rashida with her dad, it was like the opposite, where you saw Rashida with her dad, and then he was just like in denial or wasn't really trying to take accountability for not being in her life. But Rashida went off. I mean,
she did. She was like, "You can get out."
She cursed.
She went in. She did.
No, she was like, I don't give a damn. You can kiss my.
I didn't watch this episode. So what happened with Rashida and her father?
Ooh, baby, he came to visit to Atlanta, so he took a road trip, and her mother has been really pushing for them to connect and have a relationship. And he came to the house, and Rashida was just trying to kind of get him to take accountability for being in and out of her life. She said he wasn't present, and he was like, I did the best I could do. I ain't do nothing wrong. And he was just kind of like being.
All he wanted to do was talk about Kurt, and him having babies on her and all that. And he's like,
"Yeah,
that ain't no different from you."
At the same time, if that's what he want to talk about, why is Rashida dick with Kurt? Because she got with Kurt when she was a young girl. Maybe she needed her father. If she had her father, she would probably would met the Kurt. How about that?
That's right. She told him, she said, I've been married to him for 22 years. So it's a dead issue at this point. Like, I've forgiven him for that. He's apologized to me. You ain't even trying to take accountability for what you did to me. You ain't even trying to own up to not being a good dad.
Right.
He's sitting there trying to deny it and basically say,
did they say what the reason he left her? He wasn't there.
He wouldn't own it.
They wouldn't say.
He wouldn't even talk about it, girl. He was really just,
I don't know why him and the mom broke up.
Yeah, we don't know.
What did the mom say? What did she say?
She wasn't.
She was just like, "Oh my God," you know how her Rashida mama get. Like she just be like, "Oh God, no!" Like
she didn't want to rehash. I think she was trying to get them to move forward.
yes,
So she wasn't really trying to talk about the past.
How do you move forward when he won't take accountability?
You got to take accountability.
You can't move forward until he say, "Look, I'm sorry. This what happened," or something
right.
that would appease her to move past this.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and
I agree.
I do think that it was kind of both Love and Hip Hop Miami and Atlanta kind of focused on parental relationships because Rennie and her mother,
they did. She lost her mom.
She lost her mom. Her mom passed away, and I think in a previous episode,
Sierra's mom still in the hospital.
You saw Sierra with her mom, and her mom those medical concerns, and they were drinking a lot. So I think they have been focused on the domestic relationships between parents and the kids, child. And I think that's interesting to see. And Rennie was kind of
right
because Rennie and her mom had a real difficult relationship, but I think Rennie said
they did.
During that time they were able to heal and get past it, and she was happy that was resolved before her mother passed away. And I think that I feel the same way about Rashida, that she should resolve it before something bad happens to her dad. I think she should let it go. She knows he wasn't in her life. She's an adult woman at this point. Like
you rocked it out and became phenomenal without him.
She did, and she's forgiven Kurt, and he's done terrible things. So you can forgive your daddy and move forward with it,
right? You know especially if your mama's sitting right there. Like, how many times do you get the mama sitting right? What he did, yes, he left you too, but he did stuff to her too. And if she could sit here and say, "Look, let's move forward,"
I mean, what more can you say?
Yeah, I think so. I think, and you know what was interesting was Kendra was called out. You know, Kendra was called out this time.
She was called out, that lion with her lying ass.
Lied, and Erica was like, "And why did you act like it was new information?"
You know, Erica was in it.
I love how Erica called her out because that was really fake for her.
Yes, she did. Because Bambi wasn't going to do it. Bambi was in the background when she gave her excuse or whatever. Bambi was like, "Oh, well, yeah, we understand now. Yeah, we did come at her with a lie." No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
You ain't got no reason.
Quit co-signing for your friend, Bambi. Come on now.
Like, y'all, I know about this. I don't want to talk about it. It's the me and my husband have already discussed it.
Or if you knew about the baby, but not me, then you should have been like, "I know about the baby, but I don't know about this bitch. Give me all the tea about her. Who got her phone number?"
Kids.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I'm telling y'all, this is just like the craziest season. So yes,
the craziest.
Love and Hip Hop Miami and Atlanta. It's still a lot of drama, y'all. It is.
It's
like it never stops. You know,
it is.
We didn't even get into Safari acting a fool, but we gotta wrap this whole
almost busting his head open. Almost busting his head open.
Scrappy did say, "Look, when I think about packing my bags, I think some other man gonna be raising my kids."
Like, this Scrappy son. Yep.
Is there any honorable mentions this week, y'all? I honestly.
Well, my one honorable mention that I wanted to mention was Big Brother. It's over now, and Big Brother season 24 has the first Black female winner out of 24 seasons, Taylor Hale. So, and she started out, it was real rough because they was trying to get her out for like the first 3 weeks, and they was doing some real mean girl stuff to old Taylor. When I say the whole house was not even talking to her or dealing with her or nothing, she'd be crying in the corner.
Oh wow!
And she still managed to buy her time to make it through. She won just enough comps at just the right times and made it through to the end. And not only did she win the $750, but she's the only player in 24 seasons to also win the fan favorite $50,000 at the end.
All right, Andrea, you got any honorable mentions, hon?
No, not this.
Not this week, right? It's just like
I take a break. When I'm with my tree, I take a break. Sometimes like all that noise in my ear and my face, I need to decompress.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'll be back with some new shows and new stuff next week.
Exactly. No, honestly, I don't. I think that the same kind of shows are on. I'm looking forward to Potomac coming up in a couple weeks. So yeah, Real Housewives of Potomac is going to be coming up. But other than that, I can't wait to see the Marriage to Medicine reunion. But I can't wait to see, you know, what's going to happen and how that's going to escalate. But thank y'all for tuning in to the Tea Ladies.
Yes, it was so good seeing you.
Yes, don't forget to like, subscribe, and go to our Facebook. Okay.
Bye, my king. Thank you for joining us.